Hello everyone, today I am going to be ranking all the Helluva Boss episodes from worst to best because why not? There was supposed to be a video on the channel about me reacting to, extreme cheatskates for Hillbilly 1, but it got blocked worldwide, so I had no other ideas what to do for a video, so we're doing this today. We're just gonna, I'm gonna rank what I think is the worst episode to the best episode. I am going to put the pilot in there, cause why not? There's only like seven like episodes in the canon series, so yeah. This is like, to be fair, none of the like episodes are like god awful, but they are definitely some better than others. So without any further ado, let's go into what I think is the worst one. Okay, so I am going to put Helluva Boss Pilot as the worst episode in the series. Like, I will be nicer to this one than the others, since this is a pilot, and so it isn't like fully fleshed episode. So I'll be nicer to it than like the other ones on the list. It just really just go back and forth. It doesn't really have a story. Sometimes it's in the past, sometimes it's in the present. It just kind of all over the place. It isn't all bad though. It does like kind of show the characters off well, shows the personalities off quite well. So it isn't like terrible. Like I said before, there's not an episode in the series that is actually really bad. So it does have benefits to it though. It just kind of just boring. Not boring, but kind of just like, I'll give it one thing. It isn't like, like you can definitely expect to know what's going to happen after certain scenes, like some of the others that I will complain about on the list. So it isn't too bad in that regard though, but like it isn't the best either. It just kind of is like all over the place. I have not much to say about it. It is good for a pilot. The animation is good, but they are better in the future. The animation does improve, but it is good animation. So yeah, yeah, not bad. So on to the next one. Helluva Boss Murder Family. Episode 1 as the second worst. It's not bad, like the animation is good, the voice acting is good, it is good face value, but it's just too like expected. What's going to happen. You can just know because it's quite a traditional story. Like basically what happens is that Blitz, Millie and Moxie go to a house to try and kill Martha, the main villain. But Moxie didn't want to kill her because she was a mother, and he has morals. But he accidentally shoots a window, and then they all go after and try and kill him. And it's found out that they're like a murderous cannibal family, and then it's just like what you expect. They fight for a bit. Each character like fights like a certain character. Like it's just general. Like it isn't bad though. It isn't a bad episode. Like none of these episodes on this list are bad. There's no Helluva Boss episode that is like actually god awful. So it's not bad. It's just really just too. You just know what's going to happen because it's been done before loads of times. So that's just my only issue with it. It's not bad. It has good good animation, good voice acting. It's good. It's still good, but just really predictable is a word to describe it. Just a really predictable episode. But it is like episode 1, so we're not going to do anything really groundbreaking for episode 1. So I don't really hate this episode. I don't really hate any of the episodes, but anyway, on to the next one. Most people actually think this is the worst episode, but I beg to differ for the fact that it is a bit more unique than the other ones. Like the main issue I had with the first episode was that it was too predictable, and this has some issues with it. It is like a very predictable story as well, but it does have some differences. Like I like the new characters in it. I liked the new ones. The characters were actually quite good. I didn't mind them. I liked the billionaire. I thought he was alright. To be fair, it's not funny. The series isn't funny at all. I don't get why people can find Helluva Boss funny. The humour isn't good. So that's just kind of a side rant. But it does try. You can tell they tried to make it quite a new sort of thing. But it does kind of be like the same things as before with like predictability. It is the voice acting is good like the other ones. Voice acting is fine. The villains in it aren't the best. The episode the Murder Family villains were better though. But as the story and the content goes, Cherub is a better episode in my opinion. I know that most people disagree. Most people think it's the worst, but it's my opinion. So anyway, on to the next one. Okay, so next is going to be Spring Broken. Like I like this one more than the others so far because they use the characters more. Like at this point, this point before, like Luna was never really used, but she was used in this episode. Like all the characters, Blitz, Moxie, Millie, and Luna was used quite well. They all had a part in the episode. I think Veronica is a good villain. Like she was like one of the best parts of it. Like she was a good good antagonist for it because like they had like Blitz and the team had a reason not to like them. It was about a parking spot, but you know parking spots everyone needs them, so it's a good reason. And also that if you're more of a nerdy type, you would know that Blitz, that Veronica is Blitz's ex-girlfriend, but you know the parking spot thing is more important. So yeah, it is good though. It is good, very good. This is where it gets to quite good. Like all the other ones so far were just good. This is where it gets to quite very good. Like very good. The animation is like top notch like the other ones. It is just a very good episode. Like it's nothing like it doesn't really have a much of like emotional scenes. If you want to say it like that, like as the others ones so far. Like so it is usually just kind of like a more like a just a funny episode, if you will, even though it is Helluva Boss is not funny in the slightest. I could do a whole video why Helluva Boss is not funny, but I won't, because this episode is about ranking the episodes from worst to best. So, yeah. So, I have not much to say about it. It's just just a good episode as well. So, yeah, on to the next one. Okay, so the next one I would put is Truth Seekers. Like, this has a lot going for it. It probably has, like, it is definitely the best for action. Definitely best for action, because it has lots of action scenes. And it is, the animation is probably the best out in all, it's the best out of all the series episodes. So, it has that going for it. Basically, Blitz and Moxie gets kidnapped by, like Doc, which is kind of like a, I think it's like, kind of like Area 51 kind of like organization, where they kind of just like kidnap them and like put like, think of like a truth bomb where they just spread truth and they kind of like put like weird like gas in the air so they started like tripping out. So yeah, the issue comes with that the villains so far was not really that bad. So they had like reasons to be there, but I think Agent 1 Agent 2 are just really basic. Like they don't really have any personality to them. It's not really good. Also, one thing, like the ending of it when Stolas kind of revealed himself was really good. One of the best scenes in the whole entire series. So very good on that regard. Yeah, I think it kind of just like lacks in like just because this series is a musical. The songs are probably like the worst song. It just probably wasn't the best song, because this is really a musical. Like there's a song in every episode. So yeah, the ending kind of contradicts itself if you watch episode 7. Like because like at the end Blitz kind of falls in love with Stolas, but in episode 7 he doesn't like Stolas. Like I think people have said that because the gas kind of like made him go kind of weird and not think straight. But anyway, still good. It's real best animation. Still a very good episode. Anyway, onto the next one. Okay, so the next one is going to be Ozzy's. Like this does have the best song in the whole entire series. Yet the best song. This kind of reminds me of like a musical. This episode of it. The animation is probably like the second best, apart from Truth Seekers, probably second I would say. Yeah, it is. The issue is though, like it seems like it was a bit cut too short. For the fact that this is like a finale part one, so I won't go too harsh on it. But kind of like it seemed like half of the actual big episode, since like I say like a good chunk of it, like say around like a big chunk of it, like 30% is a song, which is fine. The song is great, but I think you need a bit more on characters and stories and that. But it still is a really good episode. Like this, like they use the characters well, like like Moxie, Amelia in it, Blitz, Stolas, new characters like Fizzaroli and like Oddmodius are in it, who seem like, I'm not sure, but they seem like they could be antagonists, or they could actually team up with them in the future. It depends. I'm not sure, but it seemed like it was gonna start something great. Like going to be like a good build up for something. But it's still a really good episode, one of the best ones, like third best. Just the issue is though, it seems like more like it was cut too short. Like I know that episode 8 is probably gonna like prove me wrong, but so far since only 7 episodes, it has to be third best. So anyway, on to the next one. Okay, so the second best episode is going to be the Harvest Moon Festival. Like this is a good one. So basically, Blitz, Moxie, Luna goes to Millie's parents' house with Millie, of course, and yeah, basically it's just stuff happens there. They go to see the Harvest Moon Festival. Yeah, I'll just start off by saying that Striker, the villain in this, is definitely the best one so far. He has the most personality from it. I think it did this a bit better with the action scenes than they did in Truth Seekers, because they did it a bit. I think the action scenes in Truth Seekers was a bit too long. It was more like an animation showcase than actual like developing the story, but it was still good. So I think this had better action scenes. I think Striker was more threatening villains out of them all. Like you got Stell, but Stell's only in like say 3 times in the whole entire series, including part like one when Blitz jumped out the balcony, second time when Stolas was shouting. No, sorry, I mean Stell was shouting at Stolas, and in episode 5, this episode when she's shouting at Striker, asking him to kill him again. So yeah, it is good. Uses Moxie a bit more, which I say Moxie is the best main character. Yeah, it is a good episode. Has different characters as well, lots of different characters. The setting is good. I think the setting is good for a Helluva Boss episode, since it's kind of like in a rural area and like in a countryside, deserty kind of area, you could say. Yeah, not much to say about this one. So it is good, very good. The song isn't the best out of them. There are definitely better songs in the series. There's only one as well, so you can say that's a disadvantage or an advantage. Depends if you like the songs or not. I like the songs, so that's kind of a disadvantage. So yeah, so on to the last one. Which do I think is the best Helluva Boss episode? Well, if you watch them all, you would know, and it is. Next, the best Helluva Boss episode 2, Lululand. This is because it has the best, one of the best songs. It also has lots of characters in, like has Stolas, Octavia. Had like most characters have a part in this episode. The environment is good. It has 2 songs as well. There's not much I can really say about it. It's more for you to watch yourself. It is a good episode. So it had like emotional part. It doesn't really have much action parts in. It doesn't have Luna in, so sorry for the furries. It just doesn't. So I'm sorry to say that. But for me, it's the best episode. So anyway, I haven't much to say about this. It just is my favourite. So anyway, this definitely isn't because I deleted the original audio and I can't be asked to make another one. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.